So I've been doing love readings like consistently. Like I did a reading a week ago, and then a few days later I did the same another love reading, tapping into the same divine masculine and divine feminine. And basically the same similar cards came out. And now I decided, hey, like it's been I think about a week since I did the last reading. Let me check in with the love energy and see what the cards are saying. And one of the cards that came out twice, I think, in the last two readings was guilt, and this one came out again. So let's get into it. I asked, what are the emotions of the divine masculine? What are they like? What are the emotions towards the divine feminine? And the first card I got was grief, and it says, I understand. Oh my god, let me make sure the sound is working. So it says, grief. I understand that losing something is the opportunity to appreciate it. So how divine masculine's feeling is they're feeling grief towards this connection. They're feeling grief towards losing you. They're feeling grief towards the way they handled it, that they didn't appreciate you when they had you, that they didn't see what a gem you were and what this connection was. And they probably thought the grass was greener and that they could just replicate this with someone else, but they're realizing that like no one holds your frequency. You are a unique individual, and you guys came into this world with a soul contract, and now they're like waking up to it. They probably tried to push you out and push this connection out, and they're realizing like, holy, like I can't get this person off my mind. So yeah, they're feeling grief towards losing you, not handling you correctly, not appreciating this connection, not communicating effectively, just letting it go like it was nothing. So they're feeling an intense grief, and they were only able to, through losing you is how they're realizing, like through losing you is the opportunity to realize that you appreciate something. So it was only through losing you did they realize how much they appreciate you. And guilt, again, I just mentioned, guilt was the second card that came out. And it says, I release any beliefs that no longer exist in my soul's growth. So they feel guilt towards, like grief and guilt coming out. Like all of these cards are like intense cards, right? So they're in their feelings, they're in their feelings right now, just feeling immense like grief over losing you and guilt over that. Guilt and grief very similar. Like they feel like guilty for the way they handled you, the way they acted towards you, the way that they didn't appreciate this connection, that they need to lose you in order to appreciate you. And that's what's making them like scared to come in, because they're feeling this grief of not having you in their life, but they're feeling so guilty because their actions cause this connection not to blossom, right? Like the silence, the ghosting, not really communicating effectively, not talking it through, just one sign of conflict and they were out the door, right? And then blame is, I accept responsibility for my well-being. So they probably blamed you a lot for this connection not working out, that the way you acted or being emotional, whatever the case may be, that you were the reason why this connection didn't work out. And now their blame is switched towards themselves because it's before guilt and grief, right? So they're like blaming themselves, like kicking themselves. Why didn't I appreciate this girl when I had her? She was pouring into me and I didn't see that. I didn't see how much she loved me. I was doubting her love for me. So it's like they're blaming themselves for not handling you correctly, not being there for you, not choosing you, choosing to not commit, choosing to not allow this um, situation to blossom into a relationship and into more. And now that they've probably seen you go on this inner journey and your growth, and they're like, oh shoot, like kicking themselves over the fact that like they put you in this box and they labeled you as something when you're so far from that, right? Like one emotional experience labeled you as something completely different, put you in a box probably as the karmics, but they're realizing that like no, you have a pure heart and you're genuine and you're honest, right? So that's what's getting them to blame themselves, like holy, like I let this slip through my fingertips. And then let's pull some more. Let's pull three more. Oh, courage. And okay, I don't want to take these because these three are flipped over, so I'm going to take something else, another three that's not. Ooh, okay, this is the first one that I saw, loneliness. The other two weren't flipped over. Let's see what else comes out. Okay, discipline. I'm not going to take the rest of them because too many cards flipped over. And then let's see. Okay, adversity again came out. That came out last time. Okay, so under grief, they're feeling loneliness. And loneliness says, I know that I am never alone. So it's like they are feeling like this grief of losing you has caused them to feel lonely, or them feeling lonely has caused them to grieve you and feel guilty, and maybe they've gone on hermit mode, and they're by themselves, or maybe they're around a bunch of people and they're realizing, I feel so lonely with these people, and with you they didn't feel lonely. They felt full. They felt like someone actually cared about them. They felt like someone was actually pouring into them, going out of their way to try to make things work, try to see them, and all because you didn't want nothing for them. You just wanted their time. You wanted to get to know them. You wanted to spend time with them. You wanted to enjoy their company. You didn't need anything material from them, just their company, just their time. That's it. That's all you wanted from them. So it's like they're feeling this loneliness because they're like, shoot, like I like, this person's not in my life and I feel alone. Surrounded by people, they feel alone, and if they're in hermit mode, they feel alone, and they're grieving you in their loneliness, like they're grieving you while they're alone. And then discipline was the card to come under guilt. So it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So they're feeling guilty, but they're also trying to come out of that and have the discipline to make healthier choices, change mindsets, anything that caused friction within this relationship and friction within their life. They're like, I'm choosing to have the discipline to go forward and change those things for myself, not for anybody else, but change them for myself so that I can come back into alignment, so that I don't keep feeling guilty. By them becoming disciplined and becoming better, that's how they get through the guilt of not handling you correctly and not appreciating you what they had. So they're trying to have the discipline to get their finances in order, pursue their passions, make healthier choices, get rid of addictions, associate with people who uplift them. Like they're trying to have the discipline to get better, and that's what will help them get through the grief, or maybe it's already helping them get through the grief. And then adversity again came out, and it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So it's like either they're going through some adversity in their life right now, and they're working through that, or that they blame this adversity for the reason why this wouldn't work. So they blamed, maybe there's an age gap, maybe there's a distance, maybe there's a cultural difference, maybe there's like anything. Like there's a bunch of reasons that it could be that deals with adversity. Like what if something comes to mind in your situation, think of that, and like if it's a situation that's conflict, then that's one of your situations that you're dealing with, right? So that you felt that you were dealing with, either they voiced it to you or you just had an inner knowing that there's something with adversity that is that interfered with them pursuing you, and could have had them a reason why they ghosted you, gave you the silent treatment, no contact, but they're like, there's too many obstacles for me to go forward with this. So it's like, and there were probably people in their ears that were telling them like, this is like too complicated for you, don't get involved. So it's like they blamed this adversity for things not working out, right? So it's like they probably blamed you at one point, they blamed the adversity, and now they're trying to take responsibility and blame themselves that like, holy, I allowed all these external factors to influence my decision on being with this person or not.